अब स्टार्ट करें।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Hafiz Muhammad Ahmed, and I am here to present uh, a presentation on the topic management tools to Ma'am Asia Bibi. First of all, introduction. So, these are the tools that are used for the problem solving, process involvement, cost reductive, and for making new policy and product development. So what happens here that there are many tools that are used for management problem solving. Most of them are statistical, and some of them are numerical and theoretical. But these are the tools that are somewhat different from the other tools. As you can see that uh, the name, the management tools, these are tools that are somewhat different from the other tools. These tools help for making for solving a problem, process involvement. Somewhat they reduce the cost, and they help the management to make a new policy. Let's go further and check up what are the tools. The first tool is why and why tool, a management tool which focus on the root cause of the problem rather than the people. So basically what happens here that um, it is a tool that consists of some questions that are uh, related with why. For example, why the supplier was late, why he wasn't on the time, and uh, why the customer didn't respond to him. So this is a tool that focuses on why. If the question would not be related with why, we cannot get the answer. Next one is force field analysis, a management tool which is used to identify the forces and factors that may influence the problem of or goal. So here, what is happening that it's a tool that identifies the force and factors that influence a problem or goal. For example, as you can see in the table, our objective is stop smoking. What are the promoting forces? Poor health, smelly clothing. Poor example, cost. There's some cost occurring when you buy a cigarette for yourself. Impact on your health. And while inhabiting forces are habit, addictions, taste, stress, and advertisement. So what happens here that with force field analysis, you just identify that what is your problem and how much is you are suffering with it. As you can see from the table, stop smoking is being our objective. So with the help of promoting forces and inhabiting forces, you can predict that whether it's good for you or it's bad for you. Next one is nominal group technique. Nominal group technique provides idea and issue input from everyone on team for effective decision. So what happens here that it's a teamwork. When you're working in a team, it would be called as nominal group technique. Just like we are class, we are working together in this semester to attain highest marks with our teacher. So we are uh, following the nominal group technique. Next one is affinity diagram. This technique allows the team to creative generate a large number of issues and ideas, then logically group them for understanding and possible breakthrough solutions. As you can see, the boxes that are in front of it, the first box is saying what are the issues involved in missing ships date, and further on, not enough not enough for fork trucks, insufficient training, overcrowded, no place for return. So here, as you can uh, see from the, as you can learn from the definition, that this tool generates issues logically. Here, its logic is not given. If you go upon the next diagram, which I have uh, made for this one, what are the issues involved in missing ships. So I have optioned the two that I have stated the two that there are two things that uh, one is people and the other one is facilities. If we talk about the people, insufficient training and no place for returns. There is no place for return for them, and insufficient training is there, uh, which is related with the missing ships issues. While we talk about the facilities, there is not enough trucks for it, and the area is very much overcrowded. So here the logic is given. As you can see in the upper slide, the logic was not given. There was all mess up and all things were interrelated, while here all things are being in a sufficient way and the logic is given. Next one is interrelationship diagram. A graph that allows a team to classify the class and affect relationship among all factors so that the key drivers and outcomes can be used for a problem solving. So here what happens that it's a graph that allows a team to classify the cost effect relationships among the all factors so that the outcomes and the specific goals can be re- achieved in a condition. So here is the diagram that can explain, as you can see from the A, that what are the issues related to the reducing letter. They are it it can you can say that it's not scheduled, and while the other B, C, D, they are scheduled and linked together for the best possible outcomes. Next one is tree diagram. This tool is used to reduce any broad adjective into increasing level of detail in order to achieve the objective. So what this tool does that this tool reduces the objective of anything that you want to get in sense of achieving it. Next one is matrix diagram, the tool that allows individual or teams to identify, analyze, and rate the relationship among two or more variables. So here, what is happening, as you can see in the figure that is in front of it, there is a 5 column table, and there are some tools named with affinity tree matrix, and there's some use of them tool creativity, analysis, consensus, and action. So a circle is given for the best, and a triangle is given for the worst, and square is given for the healthier and nominal. So what is happening as you can see from the diagram, that um, everything has been read up. Affinity is creativity, analysis is uh, tree is analysis and action, while matrix is analysis and consensus. So everything is arranged according to the rate and their variables relationship. Next one is prioritization matrices. These tools prioritize issues, tasks, characteristics, and so forth based on weight criteria using a combination of tree and matrix diagram techniques. So what happens is that with the combination of tree and matrix diagram, these tools prioritize the issues and tasks within an organization or business that helps you to solve the problems. The next one is process decision program chart. The process decision program chart avoids surprises and identifies possible countermeasures. So as it's written that it avoids the what you can say is, the surprise that is not uh, need for the company uh, businesses, and identify the possible outcome or countermeasures for a business. Last one is the activity network diagram. Allow the team to schedule a project effectively. As you can see in the front diagram given, there is a time for activity, when to start, when to finish, earliest to finish, latest to start, latest to finish. So this tool allows a team to schedule its work accordingly. Thank you.
Okay, Ahmed, thank you. ठीक है, इसमें जो है हमने डिस्कस किया है